Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In this episode, we got a lot of cleaning up to do. Stay tuned. Alright guys, if you haven't seen previous episodes, we pretty much blew oil through both turbos, down the exhaust and out the back. So we got to clean up this dump pipe, we got to clean up all the sealant, and we've got to work out a oil drain solution for the TD05. So I put some cleaner into the TD05, so this intermediate pipe in between the two turbos should be pretty much clean. The backside of the GT35 looks a lot better. Yep. So we just pretty much need to clean up this one here. So we'll have to get under the car. Well, I might be able to undo the V-band from up here. We'll clean that one up too. And yeah, if this drainage solution doesn't work, then I will probably end up tapping the GT35 sump when I get that, and run the GT35 drain straight into the sump, and we'll just have a normal one for the standard location one. There we go, you can see better now. Yeah, so instead of that barb there, we'll just have a 90-degree come off that and just go straight up into the turbo. We shouldn't have any kinks at all because we've got a T-piece down there with a straight on it. Yeah. Alright, I've got it off. As you can see, it's pretty bad in there. We'll clean up all that sealant. And it came down and was leaking out of this one too. So because it was leaking out of this little section here, it was splattering all over there. So we're going to have a deep clean of this engine bay when this engine comes out shortly. And I'll clean up that there. But I don't think I had it running long enough for it to go further down, because it looks dry down there. So I think the worst of it actually came out and into the engine bay. So we'll just clean that up and we'll come back and work on the oil drain. Alright, I'll let that soak for a little bit, and got to go to the shops to get some bread and milk, and we'll come back to work on the oil drain. Alright guys, been doing a bit of measurements, just get so I know the length of the hoses that I need to use. I'm using this cut-off piece that I cut off here to actually keep the hose from kinking, so probably only be about 5 mil gap there, but it's also the orientation that I need to turn, because the actual drain actually comes up very close, and that's why that mount is actually like that, or that bracket. So we need to come up nice and close. So I'm actually rotating that around, and that'll go there. So I've got all the measurements there. I've cut my first bit of hose. I don't know where it is, but it's 70 mil long, so that'll go from here, this fat side here, onto the barb down there, and then we can just turn that around, and that should be it for that section. And then we'll put a hose on this end, and it should go onto that one. Fingers crossed we don't get any kinks, and we should have nice oil flow, and we should be laughing. So I'll quadruple check that from all different angles, make sure there's no kinks at all, and then hopefully we can get it all back together. Alright, got that on there, and it's definitely not kinked. We are looking good. I don't even think that we'll need any hose clamps on there, because it was like bloody tight. I'll show you what I had to do to get it on there. Alright, so used 1/2 inch to 3/8, and that went in there, and then I could press it down, and to get that a little bit more I just used a dead blow hammer. So we want this nice and close up here, and that is not kinking at all with any movement there. So from this level point here, we can see on here we have 34 from the base of the flange, so that doesn't count for that, so we've got about 20 mil, so we shouldn't get any kinking in 20 mil. Well, I hope not. Alright, I've got the TD05 back on. We have the water feed going in, so we've got to make sure there's no water coming out of here, or coolant should I say. We have the oil drain on, and it's looking really good. It's about a 5 mil gap on that joiner. I just need to get that hose clamp down a little bit more, and I should be able to tighten it from this angle, and we should be good with that. So I'll keep going on with that, then we'll get the oil feed on the TD05, and then we'll get the GT35 back on. Alright guys, got both turbos back on. We've got everything plumbed up except for the dump pipe and the screamer, which are still soaking over there. So that'll be next episode guys. So I'll put the exhaust on next episode. We'll start it up and see how we go. If you enjoyed this episode, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't yet, please consider hitting that subscribe button. And I'll catch you next episode when she starts up again. Thanks for watching. Bye.